This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Settles under it. The senior makes the catch. Perfection. Neshannock, again, are your Class 2A state champions.
Force out the third, and that will do it. Mohawk is your 3A softball champions.
Buzzer's gonna sound. Union repeats as the Class 1A WPIAL champions.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
The sideline getting by one defender, and he's going to go all the way by Harrison. Harrison on the ground finds Blundo. Blundo rolls it in, up and good for two.
Shallow right field, giving a run, a sliding catch made.
Down to 6 on the play clock. Here's the snap in the hole. The kick is up. The kick is long enough. It is good.
That's fly ball deep right field. Get out of here.
Hope running for his life. Throws it up for grab. There's a man open.
Touchdown.
No way!
Ripped away from him. Right back to Stanley from the seat of his pants, and he throws it off the window and in.
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Good afternoon, coming to you live from Neshannock High School in Newcastle, Pennsylvania for PIAA first-round softball action here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. District 7 champion Neshannock Lancers taking on the District 10 runner-up Sharpsville Blue Devils here in today's first-round action in the Class 2A tournament. Today's broadcast brought to you in part by attorney William Flannery, by Something for Wall Photography, by Castle Security, by Elite Electric, by Sandstone Baseball Academy, by Mark Walzer and Keller Williams, and by the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. Alongside the Hall of Famer himself, Don Rebel, making the way up to Lawrence County, I'm James Dotson. Glad to be here for the fun and games, and what could be a big fun and games. This could be a historic day yet again here for the Neshannock Lancers, looking to break their own record here today, Don.
Pretty amazing. It's going to be historic no matter what. I mean, Sharpsville either ends the run at 48 consecutive victories for Neshannock, and they will remain tied with what the 2022-2023 team achieved, or else this team, the 2024-2025 version, will stand by itself and be number one on the WPIAL win streak list in WPIAL softball going forward. Either way, it's both these teams coming off of different emotions, right? In the district championships, another title 4 in a row for Neshannock. They took care of a very good Chartiers Houston team by a score of 7-1. Meanwhile, flip the script for Sharpsville. They're sort of in bounce-back mode as they lost to Seneca in the District 10 championship by a score of 14-5, a game that was a lot closer than the final score would indicate.
Yeah, and the big game for Sharpsville in the semifinals, too, being able to weather the storm against a really good Wilmington team that sort of came out of nowhere. I think Sharpsville mercy ruled Wilmington both times in the regular season. Wilmington able to give them a chest in the semifinals, but Sharpsville able to win that, and then, as you said, the late flurry from Seneca being the big difference in that one. When you look at the Neshannock Lancers, let's also get this out of the way, because as Addie Fry is getting announced and heading out to the pitcher's circle, there's a lot of players in the blue and white who she knows and knows very well. She grew up in Sharpsville before moving to Neshannock at the end of 8th grade. So this means just a little bit more maybe today as well here for Addie Fry especially.
Yeah, plus the fact this is the last home game for the seniors, right? They get a chance for one more here in the opening round of the state playoffs. A lot of tremendous memories for them for a long time to come here at this outstanding facility. So one more time for at least the seniors to try to pick up a victory a historic win and move on to the state quarterfinals here on their own turf.
3 softball teams in the playoffs, Neshannock as well as Mohawk and Union, all WPIAL champions, able to host the games here in the first round. Mohawk baseball also underway. They are playing, actually not underway yet because the first game going long out there at Jack Critchfield Park. We'll get you updates on all those games, including your first score update as Union in 6 innings defeats Purchase Line by a 12-0 score. Don Rebel, how about 5 home runs in the game? And back-to-back no-nos now for Mia Prue. She has 3 no-hitters in 4 playoff games.
Yeah, she's having herself a phenomenal postseason. We had her as our Trib HSSN Player of the Week a few weeks ago. Twice I've had a chance to have her on my podcast. She's a joy, and she is really at the height of her game. Another senior that will be moving on to bigger and better things here shortly, that wrapping up a tremendous high school career.
She got her 700th career strikeout today in the game. Let's talk about the pitcher here, Addie Fry. She's got 730 career strikeouts in her 4-year career. How about a 77-1 record for her? That only loss coming in the state semifinals at her sophomore years. We're ready to get things going here for Sharpsville and Neshannock in the first round of the state playoffs. We'll take a look at the starting batting order here in a moment. First pitch coming to Keeley Whitaker. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Time of first pitch. Why not 7 minutes early at 4:53? Here is your batting order. Whitaker, Emma Brest, Lily Palco, Izzy Candiotti, Applegarth, White, Jordan Brest, McCormick, and Dunder as the starting 9, a straight 9 for the Blue Devils. And they get underway with a leadoff single for Keeley Whitaker, going the other way and getting a leadoff hit.
Nicely done. That's what you want to do with someone who throws as hard as Addie does. Is don't try to overcomplicate things. When you try to pull, you're more likely than not just going to foul the ball off if you make contact. She went the other way and drops the game's first hit in right center.
Now comes first baseman Emma Brest, hitting a .365 on the season. She squares the bunt. It's going to go down the third base line and killed foul there. Let's take a look at the Medora Bonner Law defensive alignment here for the Neshannock Lancers. It's Anderson, Nogue, and DeSalvo left to right in the outfield. Lambo and Biondi on the left side of the infield. Frangel and Paglia on the right side. Gabby Quinn behind the dish for Addie Fry. Over 100 innings pitched on the year. A .74 earned run average. Scoring a bunt again, and it's going to be again hit foul by Brest. 0-2 the count.
Well, the Blue Devils got to be thinking that runs are going to be hard to come by, so be interested to see if Emma Brest is, even with 2 strikes, asked to try to sacrifice Whitaker into scoring position.
Brest, the lone junior in this starting lineup with 6 seniors, 2 sophomores, and her as the only junior. Fastball misses upstairs. 1-2 now the count. Neshannock 22-0 on the season. Again, 48 straight, matching their own record from 2 years ago. The record for the entire state of Pennsylvania. Sharpsville coming in 14-8 overall. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. First strikeout of the game. That's K number 195 on the year for Addie Fry.
Now the big showdown, Addie Fry against Lily Pelko, and it might be a good thing that they didn't get the sacrifice down, because then it would have been easier to pitch around Pelko. Yeah,
Pelko only hitting .690, only with 41 ribbies on the year, heading to the University of Michigan next year, and she tied with the catcher from Chartiers Houston for what we believe is a state record 40 career home runs.
Phenomenal. Hail to the blue and maize, right?
That's right. Heading up north for that team up north.
That's got to tickle your fancy.
Oh, it tickles something, that's for sure. We wish Lily, obviously, the best of luck. Providence versus Maize and Blue here in this one. A lot of golden flashes, gold and blue out here on the diamond as well.
Little miscommunication between Fry and the dugout, and finally Pelko says, give me time.
Swing and a miss for strike 2. Got to be a little careful, though. She actually had stepped out of the box before home plate umpire had granted her official time. Another interesting note in this game, you got both head coaches will be coaching at first base, not third. Coach Piccarelli for Sharpsville and Coach Jackie Lash for Neshannock. Both prefer being at the first base box. The 1-2 to Palco. Off speed, ground ball to short, taken there by Biondi. The second for one, no chance to get Palco at second. Fielder's choice retires Whitaker for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, Palco did a nice job waiting back on that off-speed pitch, adjusting. Hard ground ball to short, but not hard enough to allow Biondi, Brango, and Paglia to turn the twin kill.
And now Izzy Candiotti, she just eclipsed 100 career hits earlier this postseason. Pitch out, and maybe expecting the Michigan commit to be off and running. At least not on the first pitch, she wasn't. Candiotti also hitting over 500, 571 on the year for the senior catcher. Swings and misses at that one, count even at 1-1. Fry, 195 Ks on the year, Don, but I think even more impressive, just 12 walks. It's incredible.
That stat just jumps out at you for as hard as she throws. Tremendous control.
Just missing inside on that one. 2-1 now the count. Looked it up earlier, too. The career numbers, over 400 innings pitched. How many wild pitches in over 400 innings pitched since their freshman year?
Well, she said good catchers. I'd say that's got to be a low number.
And she's had great control to go along with it, whether it's Gabby Perrott or Gabby Quinn, who's been behind the dish. 10. 10 career wild pitches.
Crazy, isn't it?
2-2 now the count to Candiotti.
A career for the ages.
Misses outside, throwback to first base. Not in time. Career for the ages that they're hoping has 4 more wins on it. And, a big one today if they can get the first one out of the way, get that record out of the way again. Fouled back to the screen. But when you look beyond that, too, Don, again, the fact that you can have, in the end, if they do win a state championship, that would be 100 wins in 101 games over the last 4 seasons.
Kind of mind-numbing.
Ground ball, third baseline, it's foul. Count will remain full. Palco stands at first. And another one fouled. Today's broadcast brought to you in part by attorney William J. Flannery. William J. Flannery Law Offices wish best of luck to Neshannock Lancers and to all of the county teams beginning their run for state gold medal here today. Big thanks to attorney Flannery and to the entire group of sponsors, great group of sponsors we got here for today's contest. This one's popped up on the right side of the infield. Drifting back is Brenna Frengel, the second baseman, will make the catch for the third out of the inning. So no runs on a single hit. And that runner left stranded on the bags. Through a half inning, Sharpsville 0, Neshannock coming up to bat. So let's flip the script and take a look at the Crane Room starting lineup there for the Neshannock Lancers. Anderson, Nogue, and Fry leading things off. Gabby Quinn and Gianna Paglia hitting 4-5. Callie Biondi, the shortstop, hit 6. Gabby Antuano, the freshman DP, hit 7th, followed by Gianna DeSalvo and Brenna Frengel hitting 8th and 9th. The flex is third baseman Olivia Lambo. Again, Anderson, Nogue, Fry, Quinn, Paglia, Biondi, Antuano, DeSalvo, and Frengel. And again, when you look at these numbers, Anderson leading off, 102 career hits. Jaden Nogue, just a junior, but she's at 92 career hits. Fry and Quinn each over 125 hits in their careers. That top 4 has been the mainstay for the last 2 years for sure, but at least for the last 4 years, you've had a Nogue, a Fry, and a Quinn hitting in the top 4.
That's the amazing thing about this dominant season for Coach Lash and the Lancers here this year is it's not a senior-laden team. Yes, Addie Fry, yes, Gabby Quinn, the battery, and then Miley Anderson out in left field, and then Abby Ragone, who we may see as a courtesy runner later on or a pinch runner. But those are the only seniors. You have 3 freshmen in this lineup here today, a sophomore and 3 juniors. I mean, this run of dominance is far from over.
I mean, obviously you have a pitcher, you have a chance to do something special, but it is a lot more than just Addie Fry, although that's a big number one to have, playing position number one. And I got to be careful that, the third Nogue is still making her way through, but the first Nogue is over there, and I feel if I leave something out, she might steal it. Set a few more records while she's at it. As Miley Anderson squares the bunt down the third base line. Throw to first is going to be wild. Probably would have beaten it anyway. It goes out into right field. Anderson's not slowing up. She's all the way to third. They might be sending her, and if throw comes in, she will hold at third. So put the ball in play, and good things are going to happen. Anderson standing on third.
Yeah, both Anderson and Nogue, great speed. And Anderson, great bunt. Applegarth, you got to, because of the speed, you got to sort of speed things up. Applegarth did, and her throw ends up down the right field line. I'd go single, 2 base there.
I'm with you on that.
Because I agree with what you said during the call. She would have beat it out.
Now Jaden Nogue to the plate. 4-man crew, they're going to check. She did not swing on that first attempt. Jordan Brest, the senior, in the circle, a 2.23 earned run average on the year. A pitch to contact thrower, 25 Ks, 24 walks. Very balanced. As Nogue fouls this one to the screen, evens the count at 1-1. The rest of the Medora Bonner Law defensive alignment for you. Dunder, White, and McCormick in the outfield left to right. Applegarth and Palco on the left side of the infield. Whitaker and Emma Brest at second and first. Izzy Candiotti behind the dish for her classmate and battery mate, Jordan Brest, who winds and fires and misses upstairs. 2-1 to count. Don, are you old school, or do you like the new wrist coach with the calling out of the individual numbers?
I don't have a problem with that.
Another one fouled back to the screen. It's just, I'm still getting used to it.
Yeah, I'm old school in many things, but I don't have a problem with that. It's then, for whatever reason, if you can decipher someone's signs, that was always like a taboo, and I thought that was kind of silly.
2-2. Holding back, and a little flare gets over the glove of the first baseman. Good job to get to it in the infield by Whitaker. So it's going to be 2 infield hits for Neshannock to strike first.
Yeah, good call, too, because if Whitaker doesn't get that, Nogue with her speed, probably at second base already.
So your Toshiba RBI goes to Jaden Nogue, just like that. Neshannock up 1-0. And Addie Fry steps to the plate. She's hitting .544 on the season. Misses upstairs for ball 1. We talked about Lily Palka with her 40 career home runs. Fry and Gabby Quinn in the on-deck circle, 28 home runs each in their career. Lots of power here at Neshannock High School today. This one off the end of the bat, popped down the first base line, but foul.
Gotta be demoralizing for the Blue Devils. You want to keep this close. You want to keep it low scoring. And then here, 2 batters in, Lancer's already up 1-0.
One ball, 1 strike to count. This one drilled down the left field line. Going back and running out of real estate is Dunder. It's gone. Home run number 29 for Addie Fry. Makes it 3-0 Lancers here in the bottom of the first inning.
All right, let me edit what I just said. Got to be heartbreaking. 3 batters in, down 3-0. Fry, kind of a no-doubter. Got that up and out, her 7th of the season. And as James mentioned, 29 in her spectacular career. And Neshannock off and running.
So infield hit, RBI infield hit. And then one certainly out of the infield. Well out of the park for Addie Fry. Gabby Quinn now first pitch swinging. Popped up down the first baseline into foul territory. Good job tracking it down by Whitaker to make the catch for the first out of the inning.
Makes the throwing error by Applegarth inconsequential now. All 3 runs earned.
Gianna Paglia now to the plate. One of the 3 juniors that you alluded to, they'll be back for next year for their senior season, and she'll likely be the top dog in the circle with Addie Fry's departure. A couple of wins on the year for Gianna. That one catches the inside corner, evens the count at 1-1. Paglia hitting .396 on the year. Dawn Rebel clapping along there with the Lancer dugout. 2-1 now the count. And, you know, I thought it, and then you said it aloud as we were getting ready for today's game. Warm-ups did not look great for the Lancers, but coming out full swing, quite literally here to start today's game.
Yeah, game face officially on.
Swing and a miss there from Paglia, count even at 2-2. Really cool. We also have a baseball game going on just over our left shoulder. Freedom taking on, and I knew it was going to mess it up. Is it Bishop McCourt?
Bishop McCourt.
Both teams wearing the red and black certainly didn't help matters. This one's popped up sky high on the infield. Third baseman's going to make the call, and Applegarth actually got it in the palm of the glove, but holds on for the second out.
I thought you were going to give me a scoring update. I know it was 3-0 Bishop McCourt, but I was going to be like, how in the world can you see from this angle?
I would say those youthful eyes, but more than likely it would be saying, hey, nephew, go run and take a look at the score. First pitch in there for strike 1 to Callie Biondi. Hitting a .385 average on the year. I think that's what's been really impressive for all these Neshannock teams too, Don, is that it's not just the first couple, it's top through bottom that hit the ball hard. This one off the end of the bat, though, soft liner to Applegarth to end the inning. But 3 runs on 3 hits. There was also an error. But a 2-run home run by Addie Fry makes it 3-0 Lancers through 1 inning. You're watching on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my Axe driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with a level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of their locations in Zeno-Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Lancers lead 3-0 here in the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. As we get back to the action, first pitch swinging deep to center field at the base of the track, but making the catch is Jaden Nogue to retire Maya Applegarth. Applegarth, White, and Brest due up here in the top of the second inning. Dawn, she gave that one a ride, but just a little bit under it.
Yeah, senior used on just making solid contact. Fry's power provided, but wrong part of the field. Straight away center field, and no panic from Nogue, who got back to probably the warning track to make that catch.
Check swing, but in there for strike 1 now to Haley White. So 3 seniors due up here in the inning. Facing a deficit here early. That one catches the black outside corner for strike 2. White swinging from the left batter's box. Able to hold up there on that one down low. Count now 1-2. Big shout out for all the assistants. Madeline Hoffman, a new AD here at Sharpsville. Her husband coaching West Middlesex. They were in a barn burner. 6-6 was the last score update we heard in the 7th inning of that. opening round baseball game against Greensburg Central Catholic. We'll get you all those updates as we go along. Today's second inning, by the way, brought to you by Something for Your Wall Photography. Something for Your Wall Photography. Remember, collages make great graduation gifts. We'll have select images from this game, courtesy of Something for Your Wall, for our social media after the game as well. As White swings and misses, second strikeout of the game now for Fry. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the second inning. So Jordan Brest now steps to the plate with 2 down. Jordan and Emma, the sisters, older sister hitting in the 7th spot, swings and misses for strike 1.
I like that idea. You're always looking for something unique for the graduating senior.
Graduating or graduated. A lot of schools
Yeah.
gotten out early this year. Union being one of them. They had their commencement ceremonies on Friday night. One and one, swing and a miss. Count now 1-2. Yeah, just search on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, search Something for Your Wall. We'll talk later on too, Dawn, about the new Chaussee Scholarship coming up. That one misses outside for a 2-2 count to Jordan Brest. 3 runs in the bottom of the first for Neshannock. An infield single bringing in a run, and then a long bomb from Addie Fry as she gets her second strikeout of the inning, third of the game. It's a 1-2-3, top of the second. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching for free here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
No two companies create the same way. Toshiba empowers the art of business by uniquely enabling businesses to work with tools designed specifically for them. In a constantly evolving world, business communication must be agile, efficient, and fast. Toshiba is the company that helps you manage it all, from paper to digital to screen and back again. Toshiba, empowering the art of business.
Bottom of the second inning with the 7-8-9 hitters due up. Antuano, DeSalvo, and Frangel. Freshman, junior, freshman here batting for Neshannock, already with a 3-0 advantage over the District 10 runner-ups. And first pitch swinging is Antuano. High flyer going back on it as Palco and makes a very difficult catch. Looked somewhat routine. Wow, she was in the gap there by the time she made that catch, Don.
Yeah, that was almost mid left center field instead of shallow left center. She was going back hard, kept her eye on the ball, and then it still at the end had to reach back and up and then squeeze. Phenomenal play by Palco.
That's why she is heading up to play with that team up north next year.
Say it. Say it.
What, Michigan? That one foul back, evens the count at 1-1 to Gianna DeSalvo. Nah, go Blue. I have a cousin who's a Michigan alum. I would it would not go over well if I left that go for too long. Good off speed there from Jordan Brest. Gets DeSalvo way out in front.
Brest's done a nice job since that home run by Fry. She's settled in. Retired 4 in a row.
That one doesn't miss by much. Count even at 2-2. DeSalvo hitting .333 on the year, and she gives this one a ride. Line drive, and it goes through the wickets of Dunder and rolls all the way to the fence. Thinking about two, and now late turn to go and make it all the way to third. She does get in there. Another single and a two-base error puts DeSalvo 60 feet away.
Tough error on Dunder, to be honest. It sort of, I think she was expecting it to bounce. It was hit so hard, but it hit the natural grass and just stayed low. Right, as you said, between the legs, under the glove.
Now squaring the bunt is the 9-hitter Frangel, but fouls it off. Brenna Frangel hitting .500 on the year. Not bad for your 9-hitter. Doing the job.
Mm-hmm.
She puts this one out towards the left center gap, and that's going to find grass and roll to the fence right in front of our SportsNet sign. She gets a double. She gets a Toshiba RBI. Neshannock gets a 4-0 lead.
That makes the play by Pelko even huger as the 8-9 hitters hit the ball hard, turn the lineup over, another run in, and another runner in scoring position.
You said it right there, Don. The 8-9 hitters hitting the ball hard. That's what this team has been for 4 years of everybody getting involved. And after the graduation losses from a year ago, that was the one knock maybe on this team, was how are the replacements, the new freshmen coming up, how are they going to fare in terms of getting the ball in play? Well, especially here late. Whew. Hit the ball well in the championship game, hitting the ball well today. This one hit towards center field. Tracking it down, though, is White to make the catch for the second out of the inning to retire Anderson. Because you know those top four, Anderson, Nogue, Fry, and Quinn. You know those four especially. They've been doing it for 3 or 4 years. Jaden Nogue now. RBI infield single in her first at bat. Inside corner for strike one to her. .200 down the lines, 205 to dead center. Here at Neshannock, turf on the infield, grass outfield. And love it when you can get these first-round matchups done. Unlike the one we saw this morning of Union Purchase Line, you know, a 2+ hour drive. Probably about 20, 25 minutes from Mercer County to come down here to play Neshannock. Breaking ball misses outside. Count now 3-1 to Nogue. And I mean, it's random because it very easily could have been an Erie team. An Erie team against like a Greene County team. I'd say it would have been if the championship matches were flip-flopped. You'd have Seneca, Chartiers, Houston. This one, line drive right back up the middle. And it's going to be another Toshiba RBI as rounding third and heading to the plate is Brenna Frangel. 2 ribbies so far for Jaden Nogue, a 5-0 lead for the Lancers.
Can they come at you in waves? And this wave right now in the second inning is not over yet with Addie Fry stepping in.
Addie Fry already deep once today. Outside corner just missing. Her 8th home run of the year and 29th of her career. She now has 39 RBI on the year as well. The numbers just absolutely mind-blowing. This one, right field, coming in hard, not going to be able to get to it. McCormick was playing at the edge of the fence. Respecting the power of Addie Fry, it falls in, and she doesn't slow down either. She makes it straight into second base.
Yeah, I wonder if Keely Whitaker would have given that more of an effort if she would have known. That seemed to get up there and then get blown down. Like you said, McCormick, long run. Really not much of a chance for her.
Ella Skodak is your Axe courtesy runner standing at second base. Axe is here to get you there, your courtesy door-to-door transportation across Lawrence County. taking people to work, play, or anywhere they want to go. Give them a call, 652-5588 for more information.
Very creative on that sponsorship.
Thank you, sir. I learned from the best. 1-0 to Quinn, missing high and away, 2-0 the count. And with the open base, you wonder how conservative are you?
They've had Brest challenge these Lancer hitters. I haven't seen her attempt to pitch around anybody.
First time they've really had an open base, though, and now 3-0 the count. 3-2 now the score between Freedom and Bishop McCourt. McCourt with the lead. It just went final in the baseball game. Wow. In extra innings, Don. Greensburg Central Catholic 12, West Middlesex 9. It was 6-6 after 7 innings. GCC put up 6 in the top and then 3 in the bottom of the half for the Centurions. How about that for a diving catch in center field? Beautiful play coming in. Haley White making the snag and preventing extra bases from Gabby Quinn. But more damage done. 2 more runs across for the Lancers as they lead Sharpsville 5-0 after 2 innings. Back in a moment on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
Neshannock leading Sharpsville 5-0 through 2 innings in the first round of the state playoffs. I'm James Dotson. Don Rebel alongside. Of course we're going to let him take the middle 3 innings.
All right, James, thank you. Lots of things nowadays make me tired. One of them is watching James Dotson multitask during a broadcast. Whew. Kudos, my friend. Called strike. Addie Fry ahead 0-2 to Miley McCormick, sophomore right fielder.
Let's just say, Don, I sleep well at night.
Yeah, because then you get to go home to the kids. 0-2 is outside, 1-2. McCormick came into that District 10 championship game in kind of mop-up role as a pitcher. Allowed 5 earned runs, 3 walks in 1 inning pitch. Foul back. That game got away. The Blue Devils had 2 leads. They led 3-2 after an inning and a half, and then 5-4 after 4. But Seneca rallied 2 in the 5th. 8 runs in the 6th inning. 1-2, swing and a miss.
Don, we never got a chance to talk about our keys to the game today, so let's take a look at those works in progress keys to the game. For Sharpsville, obviously about Palco, but can't give any free bases. An error in each inning, both leading to a run. For Neshannock, the other way, using their speed, they certainly have taken advantage with those errors. Hitting 1 through 9, they've done that. And in the end, yes, 49 in a row is important, but being 1-0 is all that they care about here today.
Bunted up in the air. Good effort by Gabby Quinn. Could not catch it. 0-1 to Janaea Dunder. Left fielder, also a sophomore.
You said going home to the kids? That was this afternoon. Check out who's helping out producing underneath the table the entire game.
Bunt is down. Fry has it. Flips to first in time. Dunder trying to reach via bunt single only one Blue Devil has reached, and that's this senior, Keely Whitaker, led the game off with a base hit.
Hitting .427 on the season. But you're right, since her leadoff single and a power shot to the right center gap, it's been 8 straight retired by Addie Fry.
Swing and a miss. 14-8, the Blue Devils coming into this one. Mark Piccirilli, the head coach. They were the number 3 seed in the District 10 tournament. 0-1, tipped foul. And Fry again ahead 0-2. They defeated they defeated Union City in the quarterfinals, 11-1, and then, as James mentioned earlier, 9-7 victory in the D10 semifinals over the Greyhounds of Wilmington. 0-2. Line drive, caught by the first baseman. Gianna Paglia reaching to her right, ranging to her right, makes a nice play as the Blue Devils down in order in the top of the third. We are done with 2.5. Neshannock 5, Sharpsville nothing.
We go old school here, Don. Remember the old Carlo Minute? Well, we have our own version. We have our Melee Minute here, brought to you by Melee Chiropractic, as we take a look at the games going on. Right now, Mohawk trailing St. Mary's, the Flying Dutch leading 2-0 at the end of the first inning of that one. Union winning earlier with 5 home runs in a single game, a 12-0 win, and another Mia Cruz no-hitter. Mohawk baseball, we'll get you an update on that one as they take on District 10 Titusville. Here, 5-0 your lead. But I'm going to use the last 38 seconds of my Melee Minute here to talk about the Chaussee Open coming up here at the end of the month. June 28th, the Chaussee Golf Outing, all money being raised for the new Chaussee Scholarship in honor of Mark Shaws. We're going to be giving out a scholarship later this week, actually, to a graduating senior who is going into the either into sports broadcasting, sports management, any sort of media field. The first ever Mark Shaw Scholarship will be giving out that award winner here later in the week. But we're still looking for a couple of teams and a few more whole sponsors, any donations, any sort of gift basket prizes. Again, all proceeds are going straight to the Mark Shaw's Scholarship Fund. Send me an email, reach out on social media. LC SportsNet at lccap.org is the easiest way to get a hold of us, and we'll find a way to help out and, again, raise more money to give to some graduating seniors. We're going to make this an annual event.
Love it. Old colleague Mark Shaws, miss him dearly. Swing and a miss by Gianna Paglia.
For the record as well, we will be playing a certain telephone call for everybody to hear. I would have loved to have been in your shoes for that one, Don. Can only imagine what was going through your head.
I think the best part was afterward when I started giving scores again, and then I came back and said, if the officer's listening, go get them.
Yeah.
Sick them.
Get them.
2-1.
Yeah, you were nice originally, and for those who don't know, Mark Shaws would drive home, and then basically when it was his turn to be on your scoreboard show, he would pull over and take the phone call.
Shot up the middle, base hit. Gina Paglia has hit number 8 for the Lancers.
8 hits already, incredible. But yeah, he would then pull over. Well, this one time he pulled over apparently in some sort of restricted area or fly zone, and cops are trying to tell him to roll the window down and stop. And what's he say? I'm on the radio, sir. I'm on the radio, sir.
They were just checking, and they were trying to get him to roll the window to make sure he was okay. Driven to left field, and back a step or two, Dunder makes the catch. Well hit by Kaylee Biondi, one away. But he was kind of like in ignore mode, just hoping they would leave him alone, and the officer was not in ignore mode.
I think we're going to have a pinch hitter here. So Gabby Antuano was the designated player, and this is going to be Peyton Newman coming to hit. And this is a good story that we wanted to get into because Peyton Newman came on strong in the latter half of the season. In fact, I think hit 4 home runs in 4 games at one point. Unfortunately, it was every day. It was between her and Antuano, who would be the designated player. She got hot. She was hitting. Well, she got sick. She missed a couple of games and practices. Gabby's hitting well and has continued to hit well. It's been tough to have her not to put Antoine in the lineup, but in that championship game, she actually hurt her hand, batted well throughout practice, but this tells me here that maybe just not feeling comfortable today swinging the bat as Newman's going to go and get a swing.
Peyton fouls off pitch number 1, second pitch, fouled back 0-2.
Hunter Newman, her older sister, playing at Morgan State. And I apologize for about the 17,000 times that I slip and call Peyton by Hunter's name. It's all right. I called him the Leah Erlin earlier today. That's the first time that's ever happened, I'm sure.
0-2, hard ground ball third. To second for 1, and that's all they'll get, the throw. No, they say safe at second.
Yeah, throw was high, and she could not drag the foot.
So it's fielder's choice, and it's going to be another E5. Third error for the Blue Devils, who aren't helping their cause here.
Yeah, again, no extra bases was one of our big keys, and an error in all 3 innings. You can't give any team extra outs at this stage of the game, especially not a team that has won 48 straight.
Fouled back by Gianna DeSalvo, who singled and scored in the second. 5-0 Neshannock. Runners at first and second. Applegarth, hard throw to second. And if you have any hope of a around the horn double play in softball, you got to have a little zip to it, but pulled Whitaker high off the bag, foul ball, and Breast ahead 0-2.
Frankly, it's got to be a hard hit ball as well there, Don, and that one was. Perfect one hopper, but you can't get 2 until you get 1.
Whitaker did all she could to try to hold that bag. Low 1-2. The control of Jordan Breast here this afternoon has been strong. So have the Neshannock bats. Low 2-2.
So even though there have been 3 errors here, Don, I believe all 5 runs so far still ended up being earned runs, correct?
You are correct.
Because they were not on the batted ball. And the runs would have eventually scored no matter whether there was an error or not.
2-2 is inside now, 3-2 to DeSalvo. Yeah, an error allowed Anderson to get 2 extra bases. An error allowed DeSalvo to get 2 extra bases after they had the initial hit. Shot, foul outside of third. What an impressive complex. The softball field behind us, the baseball field. Out to our left, Bob Bledgy Stadium. A lot for the local taxpayers to be proud of. 3-2, hard ground ball, just as outside of third.
Just barely. Home plate umpire all over it, though, and it did curl just in front. We need to get you up here to Lawrence County for a Friday night. I know you're always busy on Friday nights, but we got to get you up here for one. When's the last time you were at a game on a Friday night?
Oh, man. I'll have to think about that. 3-2 is a called strike 3.
Yeah, froze DeSalvo there. Up at the letters. Oh, by the way, this third inning is brought to you by Castle Security. Castle Security wishes best of luck to Neshannock and the rest of the teams across the County of Champions. Bring more gold home to Lawrence County.
County of Champions, indeed. Another strong spring by the baseball and softball teams here in the northernmost county of the District 7.
Can you believe it's 9 straight years that we've had a season, that is, that we've had a WPIAL champion coming from Lawrence County in softball?
Called strike on the 1-0, 1-1 to Brenna Frengel. Double, RBI double, and she scored in the second as well. Great bunt. Breast is going to have to hurry. Too late.
No chance. So showed off the power in the first at bat. One hop in the fence in left center. This time laying down a bunt with no chance whatsoever to be able to get the speedy freshman.
2 bunt singles and infield single. 3 of the 9 hits. Lancers showing off their speed. Driven to center field. It's going to be off the fence by Miley Anderson. In comes Paglia. In comes Newman. In comes Frengel. A 3-run double by Anderson makes it 8-0 Neshannock.
RBIs number 34, 35, and 36 on the season. Give Dale a call or visit business.toshiba.com. Click Find a Dealer near you. Pinned right at the bottom of the fence. Line drive. Hard hit ball. 10 hits now for the Lancers. And just like that, 8-0 advantage.
Base hit center field. Anderson will score 9-0 Neshannock on the RBI single by Jaden Nogue. Third hit, third RBI.
And we're going to have a UPMC trip to the mound. UPMC Orthopedic Care, Lawrence and Mercer County's local choice for sports medicine services. You can schedule an appointment at any of the 4 Lawrence County locations by calling 724-983-7000. But now these runs are all unearned, being with the 2 outs. But my word, I thought that Anderson's ball was hard hit. Jaden Nogue right back through the box with authority.
Power, speed, pitching, defense. I mean, it's the whole package that Coach Lash and her staff have put together here. It is fun to watch, whether you have a rooting interest or not.
And again, this is for history on the line. They don't talk about the numbers at all, really. But this would be win number 49, which would break their own record for most consecutive wins.
Addie Fry, 2 for 2.
Oh, yeah, by the way, you still have Fry and Gabby Quinn due up.
3-run homer in the first. Double in the second. Two balls, no strikes. 8th batter here in the bottom of the third that has produced 4 runs for the Lancers. And putting this game in serious jeopardy of not going the full 7. Outside 3-0. Ball 4, 4-pitch walk. First walk yielded by Brest. Puts Lancers at first and second.
And again, Ellis Kodak will be your Axe courtesy runner. By the way, coming up after the game, we'll announce a Melee Chiropractic play of the game. Seasonal allergies, changes in the weather, or spending too much time on the bleachers here in the spring, they can all make you feel rough on a daily basis. Headaches, joint pain, even sinus pressure can all be alleviated by chiropractic work.
Line drive, right field, over. Unable to squeeze it is McCormick. Nogue scores on the play to make it 10-0. Fry to third. On the line drive, single by Quinn.
Yeah, that's a tough one because it was pretty much right at her.
And well, it was. She had to go to her right, and she was battling the sun the whole time. Did get a glove on it, but you could see she was uncomfortable in reaching out. Perhaps losing it at some point.
Yeah, she actually overran it in the end as it was kind of tailing back towards her and ended up going off of the palm of the glove. Here, I'm going to go with this, Don. Neshannock's game changer ruled an error. I'm with you. I mean, that's a tough play.
Who's doing the game changer? Are they up here? Who does that? Oh, that's not in the dugout.
Yeah, it's somewhere in the dugout, yeah.
I'm keeping it a single.
I'm with you.
Gina Paglia started the inning with a base hit. 10th Lancer to bat.
Yeah, it's normally we have to have as our tiebreaker, but I think Lee gives everything as an error, so I'm going to have to work with him, which is why I don't work with him very often.
I have really softened over the years. I used to be tough on these young men and young women, but again, like Lanny Fratteri always says, it's got to be an average play that is not made. And when you're staring into the sun, you can tell by her body language, Miley's body language, she lost that in the sun. Line drive, good play by Applegarth to catch it before it hops. A shot by Gianna Paglia. Finally ends a big third inning for Neshannock that plates 5 runs on 5 hits, 1 error, which makes all 5 runs unearned, and 2 left on. Through 3, it is Neshannock 10, Sharpsville nothing. You're watching here on Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Right now, someone very special needs your help. This is Jack Lynn, CEO of City Rescue Mission. No one is beyond God's love and care. One person's life can affect another. Though you may never meet this person, you can make a difference in his or her life. Hurting men and women in our community desperately need food, shelter, and physical and spiritual care. Some are struggling with abuse and addiction. They feel alone, unloved.
Don Rebel, James Dotson. Almost combined our names there.
Don Rotson, that'd be a new one.
First pitch of the 4th inning. Emma Brest fouls it off. She struck out in the first. Through 3, Addie Fry has allowed 1 hit. She has struck out 4 Blue Devils. Swing and a miss. 0-2. If you're wondering, with the 10-0 lead, 10-run rule kicks in after the trailing team has batted 5 times. There is a 15-run rule where the trailing team has to bat at least 3.
The softball World Series, college softball World Series, you have the 8-run rule in effect now too, right? Is that 8 after 6? And I know a lot of tournaments do 8 after 6. Think that'll ever make its way into high school ball?
1-2. Trying to hold her swing. Brest could not. Strike 3. 1 away. I'm not sure. I understand the tournament format because you know speed is everything. But at most, if it's a postseason, you might have 2 games. I don't know that there's a big rush to speed up in that sense. Foul back to Lily Pelko.
Yeah, this is the matchup we've been really excited about leading into this one. Again, career 40 home runs. That's best in state history.
0-1. Foul tip. 0-2. Pelko, her first time up an off-speed pitch, she grounded to short, which led to a 6-4 fielder's choice, retiring Whitaker at second. Fry's 0-2, way outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You would know better than I, Don. Any idea of what a career wins record for a pitcher in the state of Pennsylvania, or even just in the WPIL, would be?
1-2, lifted right side. Fair or foul? It's going to be fair, and it's going to elude Paglia. Throw to second in time. Heads up. Brenna Frengel was there as well. Picked up the ball after it fell and guns it over to Callie Biondi, who makes the tag. It's a single for Pelko, as again Paglia, battling the sun, never got a glove on it, but Frengel the put out 4-6.
Yeah, crazy how much that ball came back in. I don't know. I mean, the wind is blowing not that hard, but coming back in, just like you said, battling the sun. Wind probably playing a factor. The ball is always going to kind of come back in on you a little bit. But, yeah, she missed it by a good 2 or 3 feet in the end.
Yeah, you can tell where the shadows are, that the sun is going to wreak havoc to the fielders on the right side of the diamond.
And now Neshannock used to it. They play 5 o'clock games all year here on their home field. They can't even say, like, oh, we normally play at 3. We're playing at 5 today.
But you also mentioned the wind. It is gusting right to left, which is how Paglia played that. She was drifting in foul territory, then had to come back, reach for it, come up empty as it fell in fair territory. So a lot of Mother Nature on that hit, but heads up by Frengel.
And again, Don Rebel a lot nicer than Lee Moan would have been. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful I got to send Lee home at 2 o'clock today.
2-1, swing and miss. Especially when you watch the game at the major league level and you see some of the things called hits.
Yeah.
It's like, how can you beat up a high school kid if they're not making an average play? Like a lot of people fouled off by Candiotti. I get the balls hit the right center field. Right fielder goes over, lunges, gets a glove on it, falls in, and they say, well, got the glove on it. That's an error, and that's not the case at all.
I hate it when people think that.
Two-two to Candiotti. Ground ball, left side and through. Past the diving Callie Biondi.
So, second hit of the inning, but first true base runner, technically, I guess, of the inning. We have a quick out-of-town scoreboard update brought to you by the Newcastle Transit Authority. They're going your way. How about Mohawk with a 2-0 lead in the first inning? 2-0 on 4 walks and a hit.
No, you have to be specific because both Mohawk teams are in action.
Good point. That's Mohawk baseball. Mohawk softball trails 2-1 in the 4th inning against St. Mary's.
Ball eludes Gabby Quinn to the backstop and allows Izzy Candiotti to move into scoring position. First time that a Blue Devil has reached second base.
I believe that'll be ruled a wild pitch, and if so, it's again only the 11th in her career. Incredible.
Mia Applegarth flied to center, gave it a pretty good ride to center field. Straight away, her first time up. Ball 2-0.
Were you wild pitch or pass ball on that one?
Well, I think it was low and might have bounced, so I went wild pitch.
Yep, I did too. We're 0 for 3 in terms of matching with the official scorers.
Come on, Jackie, get control down there. Swing and a miss by Applegarth.
It's probably her husband, Kit Lash. She's the one who runs the Game Changer, I believe. Kit, who also had to come up and do the pregame announcements because a certain somebody down there wouldn't go and get on the mic.
2-1, outside 3-1. I'm glad nobody knows who you're talking about.
No idea what Nalia is talking about.
Runner at second, 2 out, 3-1. Swing and a miss. Full count, 3-2. Fry has not walked a batter here this afternoon. Has twice gone to 3-2 count. Called strike 3. Applegarth caught looking. 6th punch out of a Blue Devil hitter here this afternoon. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We're going bottom 4. Neshannock 10, Sharpsville nothing. Watching on Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
Lancers have scored 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 5 in the third. They sent 10 to the plate in that 5-run third, and all 5 of those runs unearned. They begin the 4th inning with the drive to center field off the bat of Callie Biondi, but the center fielder Haley White, really edge of the track out there in deep left center field, makes the catch 1 away.
Don, we really haven't had a chance to look at the brackets very much here, but in the bottom half of the bracket, winner of this one will take on either Chestnut Ridge or Red Bank Valley. You also have Chartiers Houston, who's traveling up to face the Fighting Berries of Cranberry, and Seneca taking on Riverside in the other games here in the PIAA bracket. Any of those games early starts? Not really.
Nope. 4-4, 4:30, and 5 here in the West. Bentworth, by the way, the number 4 team out of the WPIL, is in the eastern side of the bracket.
Yeah, how about that?
So their venture to West Shamokin today will be their shortest trek if they keep winning. And that's not a short trek by any means.
Wasn't West Shamokin in the WPIL
Yes.
for a while?
About 2 decades. 1-1 to Peyton Newman, second at bat. Fouls it off, 1-2. Newman reached on the fielder's choice. The error that helped open the door for 5 runs in the 3rd inning. Had her on on the podcast as well. She was a basketball player of the week this past season. And she goes down on strikes. That is the 2nd strikeout for Jordan Brest.
Give a shout out to Elite Electric, one of our great sponsors here today. And wishing best of luck to everyone here on the County of Champions.
DeSalvo first pitch drilled to deep left field, but foul.
That barely cleared the left field fence. If it was straightened out a little bit, probably would have had enough to get over that 200 sign, but just about 10 feet foul. We have our first final, though. Chestnut Ridge just went final, 4-0 victory over Red Bank Valley. That was actually the latest game to start. How about that? A one-hitter thrown in that game by Motter.
Called strike. So barring an incredible comeback, Neshannock and Chestnut Ridge from District 5, east of District 6.
So we're heading to Gateway probably.
Or Norman. Fly ball, shallow right center field. Bermuda Triangle falls in. And it is going to be a double for a hustling Gianna DeSalvo, her 2nd hit of the afternoon.
And that's what I like about both of these teams, really. I mean, even though you saw in the last inning where Lily Palka got thrown out trying to stretch a pop-up into a double, these girls are running hard out of the box every time, Don. It's not just one base. Every time they're thinking double bases.
And the Frengel 2 for 2. With an RBI, scored twice, fouls off the first pitch. So now the Lancers trying to add on with 2 out. 2 out, bloop double by DeSalvo. 0-1. Popped up, right side. Is it playable? It is. First baseman Emma Brest in foul territory makes the catch. So Neshannock silenced for the first time here this afternoon. No runs, a hit. Runner left on. We go to what will be a do-or-die 5th inning for Sharpsville as they trail Neshannock 10-0. Watching the state playoffs on Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
Neshannock High School, we go to the 5th inning with the Lancers leading Sharpsville 10-0. Blue Devils need to play to run here in the top of the 5th, or this game will end early. Ball 1 outside. Haley White, Jordan Brest, Miley McCormick do up 6-7-8. Then Mark Piccarilli's Blue Devils batting order against the great Addie Fry. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. White struck out in the second. 6 strikeouts in 4 innings for Fry. Bunted, third base. Lambeau throws to first, 1 away. Olivia Lambeau, nicely done, straddling that foul line. Good strong throw.
It's all about recognizing, seeing that top hand, and then reacting and getting straight to the plate. And not only that, you're right, throwing hard, but also accurately. 2 outs away from what's going to be probably the quietest piece of history that you're ever going to see.
Strike 1 to Jordan Brest. Hempfield won 46 games in a row from 2016 to 2018 to hold the WPIAL softball winning streak record, called Strike 0-2, until this Neshannock program won 48 in a row during the 2022-2023 season.
This 5th inning brought to you by Sansone Baseball Academy. Big shout out to Sansone Baseball Academy. Says best of luck to Coach Lash. All the teams in the area, a lot going to Sony's to get some swings in, especially during these ugly, watery months.
Check swing, right back to Fry on the first, 2 away.
A big shout out to Sony. I did give a shout out to Richie Saragnes. He's done a few baseball games with us in the playoffs. So much fun to talk baseball with those two any chance that we can get. Give a shout out to Mark Walzer, Keller Williams, also sponsoring here this 5th inning. Check them out online, markwalzer.kw.com, for all your local real estate listings.
6 of the 9 Blue Devils in the batting order today are seniors, possibly looking at their final out in high school. A strike by Miley McCormick, who struck out in the 3rd. Addie Fry delivers, bunt attempt, misses, and Fry ahead 0-2. Three, 2, and 5. First, second, third innings for Neshannock to build this 10-0 lead. Fry's 0-2. Swing and a miss. Blue Devils go down in order. The last 4 in a row retired by Eddie Fry, who only yields 3 hits. In the victory here that moves Neshannock into the quarterfinals. Meet the new boss, same as the old boss, as they break their own record, 49 victories in a row. And as James mentioned earlier, I'm no math whiz, he is. This group of seniors is now 97-1 with possibly 3 games remaining.
And again, the muted celebration, literally no extra celebration out there. Just business at hand. They got the first of their 4 games that they were looking for. And now we'll advance again to take on Chestnut Ridge in the quarterfinals coming up on Thursday after a 10-0 Mercy Rule victory, second Mercy Rule win for our county team so far here today. So let's go for a break. We'll come back. Tri-County Principal's postgame show when we return. Lancers 10, Sharpsville 0 on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination. Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Laurel's Tori Atkins as the May Red Zone Female Athlete of the Month for winning her unprecedented 4th consecutive WPIAL title in the 400-meter and 200-meter dash, winning 2 other district gold medals, and bringing home state gold in the 400 meters. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Newcastle's Kayvon Gardner as the May Red Zone Athlete of the Month, after getting gold in the 200-meter and silver in the 100-meter dash. Congratulations to Newcastle's Kayvon Gardner and Laurel's Tori Atkins, the May Red Zone Athletes of the Month.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
Congratulations to our May LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor all of Lawrence County softball as our Lawrence County Team of the Month. Mohawk, Neshannock, and Union won a softball trifecta of WPIAL championships on the same day. Elwood City, Laurel, Shenango, and Wilmington each won playoff games, and Newcastle set program and WPIAL records on the softball diamond this year. Congratulations to all of our county softball athletes representing as our May LCAP.
That was awesome.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Business communication must be agile, efficient, and fast. Toshiba is the company that helps you manage it all, from paper to digital to screen and back again. With smarter printing, you are unleashed. The office is...
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my ex driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
It's the Tri-County Principals postgame show here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP, and there it is, your final score. 10-0 in favor of Neshannock over Sharpsville here at Neshannock High School. Number 49 in a row for the Lady Lancers, again breaking their own PIAA record for most consecutive wins. Let's take a quick look at our GEM scoring recap. In the top of the first inning, a leadoff single for Keely Whitaker, but then that was basically it for the entire first way through the lineup for Sharpsville, as in a strikeout, fielder's choice, and pop-out ended the first inning. Neshannock, a leadoff bunt single from Miley Anderson, beats the throw to first. The throw goes all the way out to the right field fence. She goes to third on the play. Jaden Nogue, an infield single of her own, drives in Anderson, makes it 1-0 Neshannock. 2 pitches later, Addie Fry sends one deep over the left field wall. Her 8th homer of the year and her 29th of her career made it 3-0 Neshannock after 1 inning of play. They extended that in the second inning. A 1-out single from Gianna DeSalvo. Brenna Frengel with a hard hit ball to the left center gap, making it on that double, RBI double, made it a score of 4-0. She would then score on a Jaden Nogue RBI single. Addie Fry would later double, but both would be stranded on the bags. It was 5-0 through 2 innings. 5 more runs across on 5 hits, all unearned in that third inning. Leading off, Peglia with a single. She would score after an out, a fielder's choice reach on an error for Peyton Newman. DeSalvo strikeout. Brenna Frengel would bunt for a hit. Loading the bases, Miley Anderson then would take it to deep center field. A 3-run double made it 8-0. Next pitch, Jaden Nogue drives her in with an RBI single, and Gabby Quinn would get an RBI single in the inning as well. 10-0 your score at the end of 3 innings. Laughing because they have the interview going on down there, and they're doing a good job of trying to harass her as much as possible. I love it. This is the team has so much fun playing with Coach Lash. A 10-0 after 3 innings, and that was basically it. A single for Lily Palco in the 4th inning. She tried to stretch it into a double and was thrown out by Brenna Frengel going to second base. Mark that one down there. We'll talk about that again in a moment. Izzy Candiotti would also single in the inning, but a strikeout ended the frame. And then the third 1-2-3 inning of the day for Addie Fry would end the threat for good in the final inning. Fry, who now with 7 strikeouts today, 201 Ks on the season, and 730 plus in her career. 10-0 your final score. The official line score, 10 runs on 13 hits. They had 1 error and left 5 on the bags. No runs, 3 hits, 3 errors, and 2 runners left on the bags for Sharpsville. Don Rebel, history, but again, very calm, cool, collected, and in fact, just playing ball and having fun out there.
Yeah, and I get it. If this was, to win a championship, maybe we'd get a little more emotion. But right now, this team is kind of locked and loaded on 3 more wins. If that builds the record into those coming back next year, okay, fine. But I think this is one where 5, 10, 20 years from now, they will appreciate, look back, and really it'll sink in, because right now it's just, okay, this was a PIAA state playoff victory. We need 3 more. They are guaranteed to be in action Thursday, weather permitting. And then after that, again, they just want to take care of business and get 1 more gold for the seniors.
Yeah, one more goal. That's the final goal. And there's been plenty of gold that's been making its way back here from this team, though, Don. I think that's what's been most impressive is that they just keep on playing. They keep on winning, and it's the little things like our Melee Chiropractic play of the game. Pop-up falls in, but backing up the play, Brenna Frengel, she finds it, she fires it to second base. It's little plays like that make a huge difference in a team winning or losing, and that's why, in our mind, she ends up winning that Melee Chiropractic play of the game award. So big shout-out to her. She will get a customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone for being today's Melee Chiropractic play of the game. Brenna Frengel, congratulations. The Neshannock second baseman, today's Melee Chiropractic play of the game. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game. Real quick, your MVP Insurance MVP of the game. 7 of the 9 starters have hits today. 8 of the 9 score a run, so tough to pick it out. But Jaden Nogue, an RBI base hit all 3 times up. She is your MVP Insurance MVP of the game. Congratulations to Jaden Nogue. As the MVP Insurance MVP of the game, call MVP for the win. You can view the full list of all those when we get it fully updated by going to lcsportsnet.com. Click on Awards. Congratulations to our award winners. Congratulations, Coach Jackie Lash, joining us. I know very much not a lot to specifically talk about and celebrate, but this is historic. It's another record that you guys have put in the books. Talk to us about the reaction now that Game 1 is over and done with.
It's exciting that Game 1 is over and done with because I think everybody knows historically this is a hard game to, shift gears after winning a championship. The girls were ready. You feel like there's really a delay, between the last time you play till this first game, even though it's been like 4 days. But, we've had some really good practices. Seniors got to fit in their Cedar Point day and, lots of exciting stuff. So I don't know why I'm so out of breath.
It's a long way up the stairs.
Yeah, but, we practice hard. Everybody says, talent, but you still have to work hard, and these girls really do. And, it's nice when you just get that feedback from people that don't really know your team. Like one of the umpires turned to me and said, wow, very impressed with just what he was seeing with base running, with hitting. The girls were all in. They came here ready to play.
Yeah, 13 hits on the day, but Jackie, how important is it, especially after that little layoff, or you don't want to have the excitement and the hangover after a championship? How big is it to get 3 runs on the board right off the bat?
Really great. Just makes you kind of breathe a little bit easier, as a coach and I think as the players. So, and then the girls know that we've got Addie Fry out there in the circle, so that. Just getting some run support for Addie and everything that she's going to do for us during a game is just so important.
I feel like I should be giving you a bunch of bats during this interview, by
yeah.
the way. I thought that
I think
was
that's
awesome.
why I'm out of breath. I was like,
I thought
juggling.
that was awesome. A very subdued reaction, but this is a monumental victory. You've been there, done that before, having engineered 48 in a row with the 22-23 group, and now the 24 and this group right here specifically gets its name in the record books. What does that it's probably something you won't think about for a while because it's business as usual right now, but what does this mean to you, breaking your own record?
That's exciting as well. I always say we really don't focus on numbers. We try to avoid that, and let's just focus on one game at a time. So that streak, I'm sure parents and community and people like that are talking about it. But, we try to squash any kind of conversation at practices simply because, what's important is this game that we're playing right now. And, we don't really need to think about everything that's happened in the past 48 games. So it's just, let's focus on this one game at a time and do what we got to do.
What was your take on Addie's performance in the circle?
Oh, I thought she was great. Very, for one, just very calm, knowing that she knows that entire dugout. And, I felt good about her really the last few days. She's such a calm kid. We know that we can rely on her. She's going to work. She wanted to pitch at practice last night, stay a little longer so she can get her pitches in. And, she's just going to come prepared and be ready to play anybody. So, we're pleased with what she did. One
more from me, James. Just up and down the order. You, as a coach, got to love that. Production, everywhere from 1 to 9.
Yeah, we kind of struggled with that through, I'd say, half the season at least, and I did a little experiment, printed out all of the score sheets from the entire season up to that point, whatever day this was, and I just showed the girls, if we took 1 through 4 out of the lineup and everything that they produced, look what we've done, and we actually would have lost a chunk of games, and you give that harsh talk about it's time to, everybody has to step into that box with a purpose, and you have to do your job, and if Donnie Nogue's giving you a bunt, you better put that bunt down, and we preach about the fact that we have a deep bench, and if you're not up there doing your job, then we might have to make a change. So I have to say that, like, after we did that experiment and the girls really passed around those score sheets and, like, I really think took them to heart, studied them a bit, and ever since then we've been really seeing a lot of, like, Gianna DeSalvo, for example. Man, that kid has a beautiful swing, in my opinion. We've been seeing it in practices, really anything off season even, and just so impressed with her. And then sometimes in a game she just couldn't perform, but something's changing, a switch is being flicked, and she's really coming on strong. So I think it's, I also think it's just a matter of coaches having faith in these kids that maybe somebody else did not.
Right.
I wanted to ask, we talk about the seniors all the time. You've kind of alluded to it, but talk about the freshmen who have, some that didn't start in the lineup, that worked their way into the lineup, some have been, being hit for, been flex a couple of times. Just, talk about especially, Brenna Frenchel, to me, played a heck of a game in the field and at the bat. Just the freshmen stepping up, especially when there's been so many high expectations over the last 3 years.
Yeah, thinking of Brenna, Brenna's a kid that comes with heart, and she's going to give it her all, and, maybe she doesn't do everything perfectly fundamentally correct, but then, you say something to her and she's trying to work on that, and, she's going to show you what exactly she can do. So, those fundamentals, I think, improve throughout this season with her, but I think what she has is that fire, and, man, she loves to do something well, and she loves to see other people do something well, and she's going to celebrate it. And I think that's just, her as a person, she is a competitor.
Which you, as a coach, love to see that natural fire.
Yeah, definitely. But then, we have Gabby Antuano in the lineup. She's a great hitter. If I'm not hitting her, I have Peyton Newman, so I have some really good options. Olivia Lambeau at third base. I know she hasn't been in the batting lineup pretty much the whole season, but I keep saying she has one of the most beautiful throws I've ever seen, and you saw that bunt that she charged, and just a perfect play at first, and we've been seeing that since the very start of practice, and we always preach that varsity sports don't go by age. You have to put the best on the field, and she, since we had to move Gabby Quinn off of third base, I really believe, and I think it's proving more and more every game, she is definitely a great one to fill that spot.
One final question for you, Coach. I know it's muted celebrations here, but you're going to enjoy it. Chestnut Ridge won their game, so that's your next opponent. Do we know anything about them yet, or are we going to find that out tonight?
No, we'll do our research. I feel like all I do is watch games and, search for games. And, and I know some of the girls do too. I always try to encourage all of them, hey, do some homework, see what you can find. I know that I'm always going to get some feedback from Addie and Gabby. They're always going to find a game, or they're going to know something about a batter, or if they don't know it, their dad will, or somebody in the dugout. And so we'll definitely do our work.
The only thing I know is that they are great roasting on an open fire. That's all I know.
Yeah, we're far away from a Christmas song right now. Well, it's not the 25 days of Christmas. It's 49 victories in a row for Coach Lash and the Neshannock Lancers. Congrats, Coach, and we'll be seeing you Thursday.
All right, thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Off and running on a trip, trying to make it to another state championship. One of the books. Quarterfinals again will be on Thursday coming up. Site and time to be determined, though we're anticipating a Gateway or Norwin potentially for that game coming up against Chestnut Ridge. But basically the answers we would expect to hear, Don. It's like, we got it. It's a big number. It's out of the way, and probably a little relieving that that's something that can't even be discussed at this point. Let's move on and get ready for the next game.
Yeah, I mean, as an outsider, again, it's just so impressive. So impressive. It's how they play is so impressive, as she said. However, she sees this every day. She sees these kids working hard every day. And so you kind of, again, there will be a time where she'll be able to, once everything's said and done, not just this year, but, with her career, sit back and really let it soak in. But right now, it's all mindset turns to Thursday very, very quickly.
It does. And again, we'll hopefully have coverage. We need your help to make that happen, though, so please send us a message on social media. Send us an email, lcsportsnet@lcap.org. Anything we can do to get these games on, we're going to do our best to do so. One last note here, Dawn, for you, maybe with the write-up. We'll have the write-up on Trib Live for today's game. Last year, winning the state championship was big. That was the 100th win in Coach Jackie Lash's career. If they were to go and make it all the way to a state championship at Penn State, that would be win number 100 for this senior class in their 4 years. So magic number 100 still in grasp for a second straight year here, potentially for Neshannock.
Yep, no doubt.
Thanks again to the whole crew here. Jacob Walzer, Rob Natel, our production crew here. Shout out Something for Your Wall Photography. He's going to have great pictures as well for us. Make sure you check all of her stuff out on Twitter and Instagram. Big shout out again to all of our great sponsors today, allowing us to make this game free video broadcast. Attorney William J. Flannery, Something for Your Wall Photography, Elite Electric, Castle Security, Sandstone's Baseball Academy, Mark Walzer at Keller Williams, and of course our powering sponsor, the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership.
Just want to say one thing.
Yes,
I appreciate the invite to come up and join you, James. You do a tremendous job, and I hope the folks here in this wonderful county do appreciate you and your staff's great work. You guys do a great job covering what has been in fall, winter, and sports some outstanding action.
Much appreciate that, Don, and we hope that we can do it justice, and it makes it very easy when we have such athletic directors around here that do such great stuff for us, especially Bobby Burks here at Neshannock High School. He is the absolute best. The other guy, we don't talk about him. Oh, yeah, hi, Ed.
Wow.
No, shout out to Ed Fry, of course, always so hospitable, always here at Neshannock, the co-athletic directors, Mr. Burks and Mr. Fry. Big thanks to them, as always. Thank you to Hall of Famer Don Rebel. For the entire crew, I'm James Dotson saying so long and stay tuned. More action coming to you Thursday for quarterfinals of the PIAA tournament. Thank you for watching on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.